Barioth is a super dangerous, challenging monster that often presents a wall for players. Its variant, Frostfang Barioth, introduces new ice-themed moves that makes the monster even more frightening than the original source, through an event that's available at MR24, so as soon as you've beaten the Iceborne campaign, you're actually able to face off against a tempered Frostfang Barioth to make an entirely new full armor set and any of the 14 weapons you choose. The gear is phenomenal and should definitely be on your radar for multiple reasons. We'll take a look at the event, the best practices for tackling the tempered Frostfang Barioth, and a breakdown of the full armor set and the 14 weapons. I'm Light It Up Dan. The sort of content I love to produce aims to reduce the overwhelm and unknown of the Monster Hunter games. You may have caught some of my weapon overviews, event roundups, or shorts. If you haven't explored the other content, there is something there for everyone. Very quickly, a massive thank you for really turning up and getting us to around 80% of unsubscribed viewers on the channel, with the majority of you returning. If you enjoy the videos, do subscribe. I'm aiming to get that down to 50%. And with that said, let's jump in. In terms of preparation for the fight, your best weapon matchup is really going to be what works for you. I don't like Lance as a matchup for this fight, and I'm pretty competent with the weapon. I get caught in the ice route a lot with it, but I really enjoy Hammer. Take what works for you. You might find that 3 blight resistance or 20 ice resist or more is going to be really helpful to stop you getting ice blight. I like evade window 5 and stun resist 3 as core skills. If you can slot them, they'll be really useful. The MR24 event is called the Last White Night, pitting you up against a tempered Frostfang Barioth in Hoarfrost Reach. It's completely self-contained in that you get everything you need from this one event to make all of the gear, which are all direct crafts. Picking Central Camp 7 to start at, as the monster's nest is just around the corner. Barioth is a ferocious monster that gives hunters very little breathing room, with its relentless attacks, leaping around the stage, climbing up the walls. It can be very difficult to deal with. As such, it definitely presents a wall for many players in Iceborne. The Frostfang variant is very similar, but it has additional icy attacks that can root hunters in place before it decimates them. Being able to effectively read and so avoid these attacks is going to be pivotal in your success of the hunt. The monster will either blast out an arc in front of it, or fire out 2 lines in a V formation. Avoiding these should avoid the follow-up attack the monster does, where it jumps into the air and then dive bombs twice in a row. If you step in the ice and you get caught by the first dive bomb, just stay down, as the invulnerability frames should help you avoid the next hit entirely. A very preventable card. Core strategy against the Barioths and the Frostfang Barioths is to focus out your damage on the forelimbs, getting a part break on one or both of them. Not only do you get a free topple after you get the part break, which gives you a massive damage window, the monster will now trip every single time it leaps across the stage, slowing down the pace of the battle and giving you all of these additional windows to get in. This completely transforms the entire fight and is pivotal strategy for it. If you've been struggling up until now, this alone should really help. Another extremely useful strategy you can employ for the Frostfang Barioth fight is to get the head breaks. Not only do you get additional windows to deal some damage when it flinches back or it topples over, but by breaking the head you actually reduce the efficacy of the monster's ice attacks, including the duration that you're rooted for when you step in the ice. Frostfang Barioth's head can be broken 2 times, and you can visibly see this by the number of broken saber fangs on display. In addition to, of course, tenderizing the head and focusing out your damage against the weak point, you can best achieve these breaks by also going for wall bangs, which should just be a core part of your fights, as whichever part of the monster first connects with the wall takes a tremendous amount of part damage, which in most cases is going to be the head. And then you've got this big window after the wall bang to go and wail on the head even more. After getting your head breaks, you'll notice you're not rooted in the ice very long at all, the ice blasts don't deal anywhere near as much damage, and the monster will whiff its ice blast attacks more often as well, which can just happen as it gets more exhausted, but the head breaks do contribute to that as well, as far as I understand. In summary, tenderize the parts when you can, break the forelimbs and the head multiple times, go for wall bangs whenever you've got an opening, and once you're done being as cold as ice and willing to sacrifice, you'll be rewarded with your Frostfang Barioth parts, including including Frostfang tickets. It can be very beneficial to use a lucky voucher here because you can come away with 3 or 4 tickets at a time. Take yourself over to the smithy and let's see what we can forge. The Frostfang Barioth armor set is a fantastic set of gear. The beta set comes in with good total defense, not the top, but still very good at 810, without any of the armor sphere upgrades. And relatively balanced elemental resistances. We're not super keen on the negative fire or negative thunder, but it's whatever, elementals meh. The skills are super nice. We're looking at level 4 attack boost and level 4 critical eye, 1 level of quick sheath, and some very cool set bonus skills here. The Frostfang absolute art gives us punishing draw on just 1 piece equipped and slugger secret on 3 pieces. Whilst all the individual pieces are great, pay particular attention to the bracers, which have the 2 critical eye and 2 level 4 gem slots, and the chest piece with a level 4 and a level 2 gem slot, and a baked in attack boost 3. Really nice. As for the weapons, these things are absolutely phenomenal on multiple fronts. They're a direct craft, and once again, all of the components you need to make all of this armor, all of these weapons, are all obtained from running the event. Coming in its rarity 11, they've got a tremendous amount of raw, a bit of purple sharpness, some weapons less than others, 15% affinity, and a huge chunk of ice elemental. Like so many other fantastic pieces of gear, you get access to this at MR24, right after you've beaten the Iceborne campaign. Whatever you've already got, this is going to be a step up. Don't forget that whilst purple sharpness is the highest damage multiplier, white sharpness isn't far behind it, and you get a massive chunk of it, purple giving 1.39 and white giving 1.32. So all that white sharpness there is pretty damn good. Not only do these weapons give you absolutely fantastic bang for your buck, the huge amount of ice elemental on them makes them fantastic candidates as weapons versus Alatreon. Alatreon being one of the endgame monsters that has a very unique raid-like mechanic to it, centering around elemental damage. While it's perfectly fine to participate in the Kulve Tarath and the Safi'jiiva sieges, to try your best to get one of the ice weapons from there. I say try your best, but it's a gacha system, it's all luck. And then they need to be upgraded or awakened. Yeah. Frostfang Barioth weapons are a fantastic starting point. They are more than enough to go and face off against Firestart Alatreon, which is the one you'll face during the special assignment. The armor is so great, I used those braces in mixed sets for absolutely ages until I upgraded from them, and the weapons are these effortless direct craft Alatreon ready weapons. Just so good. Which is why I'm saying here, do not skip out on Frostfang Barioth gear. It is worth your while. Have you made Frostfang Barioth armor or weapons? Are you planning on doing so? Maybe you're getting yourself Alatreon ready? Let me know in the comments, I would love to hear from you. If you want to learn more about the Alatreon fight, all of the gear that you get from it, similar to this video here, I did a full breakdown of the event of the fight, all of the different phases you need to look out for and how to navigate them properly, and of course fawning over the spoils. So you might want to check that out next. As mentioned at the start, thank you for really turning up and getting us to around 80% of unsubscribed viewers on the channel, with the majority of you returning. If you enjoy the videos, do subscribe. For an inclusive community that hunts together across different games and different platforms even, come and join the Discord, we would love to get some sessions together. I also do open lobbies during the live streams over on Twitch and here. I will leave all of these links for you in the description. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the new world.